Hey, hey, hey. Welcome. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Music and Life, broadcaster here on Rainier Avenue Radio. I am your host, Queen Bri from Clean Greens Living Live, also broadcasted here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And I have the special privilege to sit down and chat with today's special guest, who is a Grammy Award winner, guitar virtuoso, multi instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, producer, educator, activist, and musical powerhouse. His highly anticipated debut album, Love, Life, Live, was released in September 2017, and which earned him the iHeartRadio Artist of the Month award in November for his single "It's a Shame" featuring DJ Jazzy Jeff. His sophomore album, Love is the Key, the Cancer and Theme, was released in June 2019. He is poised to take stage at sorry, I apologize. I'm trying to get this bio together. I'm so excited to meet him. He is poised to take center stage as he fuses together his background in rock, gospel, jazz, R&B, blues, and funk to create an original guitar sound with an unmistakable dose of soul. Debuting at Demetrius Jazz Soul August 16th and 17th. Make sure you get your tickets. Everyone, please welcome Isaiah Sharkey.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
I was researching you and look, I was stalking you, okay? And I was reading all about you and I was trying to keep your bio short so we could talk about all your great accomplishments. So you'll be debuting at the Jazz Alley this coming up next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's a definitely a bucket list for me. I'm super excited. We'll be playing there and looking forward to it. It's our first time playing, there, and like I said, it's been a bucket list thing. So really happy.
Good. I was like debut. I had to go and re-look up what debut mean because I'm like all your accomplishments, and this is your first time you doing your own show.
Yeah, at that particular venue, yes.
Yes, but it's not his first time on stage.
Right.
So tell us about yourself. You got started in music when you were 4?
Yes, I came under the tutelage of my dad and his brothers and sisters. They all were musicians and singers, and yeah, I came from a very musical family. My brothers and sisters are all musicians, and so I'm youngest of 6, and music has always been around. So I grew up in the church and listened to a lot of different records and stuff like that because my grandfather owned a record store back in the '80s, and so my dad kept all those albums, and so it was a lot of music, you know.
It sounds like my family. We can't get together without somebody singing, dancing, or playing something.
That's right. All the family get-togethers. There's always instruments in the backyard. There's always somebody singing or something. Yeah.
So were you playing the guitar at 4, or you just decided at 4 I want to play the guitar?
I got a guitar in my hands when I was 4 years old. My first memory was probably when I was like maybe 2, going on 3, and I knew I wanted to play guitar then because my family used to keep all of these VHSs and stuff like that from back in the day. For people who know what a VHS is, and there was a video of my dad's group called the Fugitives back in the day in the early '80s, and my uncles and my dad was playing on it, and I saw my uncle playing his guitar, and I was like, man, that's the instrument I want to play, and that was my first memory. And so it was never a question that I wanted to do anything else but music and particularly play guitar. Are you there?
You broke up a little bit. You said that's when you knew you wanted to. There was no options. Is that where we left off at? Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. So you Me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, it's breaking up a little
Hello?
bit. Let me see.
If you guys, okay, I was about to say, if you guys are just tuning in, you are tuning into Music and Life. I am your host, Queen Bri, and we have special guest Isaiah Sharkey. Um, oh, there we go, guitar virtuoso. Hello. I think his service he lost service for a little bit. Isaiah
There
will
we go.
be there we go. I was supposed to say he'll be debuting at Jazz Alley August 16th and 17th. Please purchase your tickets. I listened to your and it was so you were so dope and it was so relaxing and calm and you know the older people like you're so young. You have so much soul.
Well, thank you.
you, you're welcome. You attribute that to your family.
I do. Yeah, just my upbringing. Between the church and a whole bunch of records and genres, you accumulate a lot of information. With the music. So yeah.
Speaking of church, you went first of all, you were playing. How did this even come about? You were playing in clubs at 14?
Yeah. So my dad, because he understood the music side of the business and everything, he grew up playing in clubs before he became a minister and stuff like that, and he also played in church, played organ and stuff. But we came up in a religious home, but it wasn't like my dad still allowed us to listen to real music and listen to jazz and listen to R&B, classic R&B, and classical and funk, everything that was it was real music. And so basically I started. We recorded an album with this label called OIE Records, um, and it was like basically showcasing my guitar playing when I was like 12, and so we were trying to find different gigs around town to play and places and stuff, and so we started. We went to a place called the Velvet Lounge. Gave a CD, let the guy check us out. He had me come sit in and play. And me before I knew it, I was playing almost every other week in the club, doing the jazz sessions. And so that's kind of how that started. Yeah.
Nice. And so you've been on tour. Wait, okay, where do I start? You went on tour first with Smokey Norfolk.
Hmm.
Smokey Norfolk. You toured with Donald Lawrence, Patti LaBelle, John Mayer. You won at a Grammy with Alpha D'Angelo's Messiah album. Tell me about that. You're so humble. You're
Uh,
just here and just chilling like you don't have all these accomplishments. Tell us about like how does that feel?
oh, well, it's definitely a blessing. It's I'm very grateful and full of gratitude, you know, for the things the accomplishments that I've had in my career. But yeah, you're right. I started out, like I said, doing jazz clubs, playing in church, and playing with different local choirs, and then from there, you know, played with Smokey Norfolk. Smokey heard me and wanted me to go and work with him, so I did that. And then that stemmed to Donald Lawrence. It stemmed to, all of the other, gospel artists like the Clark sisters and Rance Allen and all these other people. And then eventually, I I landed the gig with the Isley Brothers when I was 19. And that was like my first, as a church folks would call, secular gig. And I toured with them for a while, and then worked with D'Angelo shortly thereafter, and then it was just a domino effect, and just grateful for it. It's a lot of opportunities and situations that were very very dope. So I'm happy about that. Are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, is that mine? I apologize.
It's all right. I'm not sure.
Okay. Sorry, I switched. Normally this doesn't happen. I apologize on behalf of Rainier Avenue Radio.
Oh, good.
Um, I had to switch to my phone. So we were talking. You were talking about Smoky Norfolk when I left off. Did you finish talking?
Yeah. So
And
basically, yeah, I was starting with the choirs, church choirs, and stuff, and my reputation kind of stemmed from that to get recommended to play with Smokey Norfolk. I started working with him, then the Donald Lawrence, and then it went from there to the Clark sisters, to Vanessa Bear Armstrong, to Rance Allen, to I mean all these other gospel artists, and then from a session that I did because I used to do session work as well, recording music for people who were submitting songs to different artists. Anyway, one of those songs got to Ronald Isley, and got back to me that he wanted me to tour with the Isley Brothers when I was 19, and so that's how I kind of got stepped into the R&B and the secular world, and then from there it was the Angelos and then everybody else.
so being a young artist stepping into the scene, how was that for you? And what would you tell a young artist these days that are stepping into the scene?
I would say stay true to yourself, stay true to your gift and the art that you have been given. Say something. Make sure in your music that you're actually saying something, and study the music and learn the music and be familiar with the music and the artists and the craft that was done before you. And you can get a lot of different ideas and uh, create even more music with substance. If you study what's before you. That's what I would say. And also
Okay.
learn the business. Learn the business of music and try to understand as much as possible about how to market and how to do this, because it's, I mean, these days, especially if you're an independent artist, it's a lot of work. So you want to make sure that you understand the business.
Okay. What do you do for your self-care? You're so busy, you're torn.
Did it cut out again? I think it cut out again.
There we go.
Okay, there we are.
Listen, devil, you will not steal this interview because we are having a good old hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Let's do this. Let's bring it together.
Hey, come on.
Look, we are here with Music in Life with Isaiah Sharkey. He will be performing at the Jazz Alley next Tuesday, 7 right?
7 p.m.
You said what?
Yes.
7 p.m. Please get your tickets. I know for sure I will be sitting there in the audience. What can we expect? I know we can expect really good music, and I'm just interested. I just can't wait to hear you live. How do you infuse the jazz, the R&B, the gospel? Like, what is your how do you infuse all of that? What is the thought process with that?
Well, basically, it's just it's all my musical experiences from when I was a kid all the way up until now. So like, you can expect to hear all different types of genres of music. Me and my band, who's all from Chicago here, we are big fans of music, just in general. From rock to R&B, funk, jazz, classical, everything. So you'll hear a little bit of all that stuff, and basically just trying to have a good time and you know yeah, have good energy there. So that's what I always look for, and I'm here to have a good interaction with the audience, and you know give you guys our hearts, and attention at that time.
So, the internet, I don't know what is going on today. It never cuts up like this, but you cut out when we were talking about self-care.
Uh-huh.
So what do you do for your self-care? How do you keep your mental right, especially being in the scene and fast paced with the music industry, and then also trying to be an artist, not trying, being an artist yourself?
Well, I focus a lot on quality time with my daughter when I'm home. So,
Oh,
so she's 13 years old. So I spend a lot of time with her when I'm home. I I am a vegan, a very strict vegan. So I am I'm focused in on my health. I try to make sure that I'm operating on a high level of energy and frequency. With that, I like I don't know. I like to people watch. So I like to do that sometimes. I like to drive old school cars. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And even on my downtime, sometimes I still practice. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
okay. Look, I was about to say you're vegan. I don't want to make any promises, but I want to see if Miss P, I know, who can really cook, can cook some of our greens from our farm,
Oh, well,
fresh
I would
on
love that.
and bring some to you when I come to your show.
I would love that. That would be absolutely incredible.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her. She and I'll tell her. I'll tell her who you are, what's going on. So you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, so how is raising a parent in these day and ages while being a musician?
Oh man, I mean it can be challenging at times because you there are periods where you're traveling quite often, and but thank God for FaceTime. Thank God for miles and stuff where you can fly your children out if you have a few days off or whatever, um, or visit. And then just being attentive when I'm at home, and she's into music too, so we talk every day. So we talk a lot about music. We talk a lot about what she's interested in and all that stuff. Just trying to have balance. That's very important. I've had to learn it over the years. Just have balance in all things, even when you're an artist. Because some people will lean more into their artistry, and then they forget about all the other aspects of life. So you have to make sure that you have balance. And so, yeah, that's very important to me. Did we lose you again? We lost her again. Okay.
Here I go. I was trying to move so you can. I don't.
Uh,
Daniel, is that me? What is going on? Like this. Promise you, I do my show every day right here, and it never happens. But I did hear you. I could hear you. I could see you, and I heard you talking about balance. And I think that's some things that we all oftentimes miss is having that balance. And I see a lot of people in the music industry that work all day, work all night, and their craft is really good. But I always think, but at what cost? And it's nice to hear that a lot of artists are thinking about the balance and what that means to them.
yeah, sometimes it takes a while to figure that out, but eventually you'll get it when you get tired enough.
Right. Look, I'll be wondering how some of them are still standing.
Yeah.
So you're an educator, so that means that you also teach music.
Yes, there's some guitar summits and conferences and stuff that I've done at different colleges, along with music programs like Little Kids Rock and School of Rock that I've taught some students and things like that. Of all different ages as well. So yeah, I do. I enjoy that a lot.
So what can we expect next that's coming up for you?
Uh, what was that?
I was going to say, because I know we talked about Jazz Alley, and I keep saying Jazz Alley because I want people to remember
Yeah.
Jazz Alley
Yes.
next Tuesday. So what else can we expect coming from you?
We're getting ready to. We got a few dates surrounding that. We have, the San Jose. We have a few other places, San Francisco. I'm actually getting ready to work on. I'm finishing up my album. I don't have a release date yet, but it's coming. And yeah, just more music and videos and all types of stuff that's coming up. So yeah,
And they can follow you on Instagram
yeah.
at Sharkey355.
335 Sharky
335.
335. Yep.
Sharkey335. Follow Isaiah at Sharkey335 to stay updated on what is all coming up. I really, you know what? I know that you're branching out on your own, but is there an artist that you haven't worked with that is like on your ultimate wish list to tour with and play for?
Um. Hmm. Yeah, I actually would love to go on a tour with. It's actually an '80s rock kind of rock pop band called Toto, and I'm actually pretty cool with some of the band members and the artists in there. So if they hear me, hit me up. Y'all need an extra guitar player. But yeah, I would love to play with Toto, and I would love to play with Steely Dan.
Really damn
Yeah,
nice. And I love how you didn't say a typical singer. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it. I promise you there's not. But
yeah.
I just love hearing people have a taste in music outside of what's popular. Like I've never heard of them. And if you're hearing me, I'm sorry, guys. But I just think that that's so cool. But now that you've mentioned it, now I will go check them out, and now I will hear that.
Yeah.
Um, I really appreciate you. Thank you for your time and your patience. I don't know what's going on with my internet today.
Oh, it's all good. We got through it.
Right. I can't wait to meet you. I will be there to listen to you. You guys, please do not forget to show up at Jazz Alley next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Sorry. I have 6 in my mind because it said doors open at 6,
Yeah,
but it starts at 7. So get your tickets, hurry up before they sell out. Go check out Sharky 335
that's right.
and follow Isaiah. I started following you, and I will be keeping up with everything you got going on. Go buy his album, Love Life Live, until his new album comes out. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. I'm blown away. That's all I have today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm honored that you guys wanted to interview me, and I look forward to meeting you and playing at Jazz Alley, and I look forward to those greens too. If y'all have those greens.
Well, I'm gonna get you some greens. Look, I'm about to go call her now. She probably gonna give me a whooping offering up her service. I'm gonna
uh,
also see if she'll do some peach cobbler. Her peach cobbler is so good. Oh my
oh
god!
wow!
And she's from Louisiana.
Oh,
No diss to the Seattleites, but
that's
her food is good.
oh,
So I'll put in an order for you and I'll bring you some.
oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thanks for joining us on Music and Life. Have a good day, everyone.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.